Your brain just told you something terrible is about to happen. Someone hates you. You made a mistake that will ruin everything. Your future is falling apart. None of it is true. Your brain manufactured every single one of those thoughts and sold them to you as reality. And you believed it. You always believe it. This is the dark side of overthinking, and it's more dangerous than you think. Your brain is supposed to protect you. That's its entire purpose. But somewhere between evolution and modern life, that protection system broke. Instead of warning you about real dangers, it started warning you about imaginary ones. And the worst part? It makes the imaginary ones feel more real than anything actually happening in your life right now. Let's expose the lies your brain tells you. The first lie your brain tells you is this: thinking about a problem long enough will solve it. This sounds logical. There's a fundamental difference between thinking and overthinking. Thinking moves toward a conclusion. Overthinking just moves toward more questions. When you're genuinely solving a problem, each thought brings you closer to an answer. When you're overthinking, each thought just opens 3 new spirals that lead nowhere. Your brain has convinced you that the hamster wheel is a treadmill. You think you're going somewhere, but you're just getting exhausted. Research from the University of Michigan showed that people who identify as overthinkers believe their rumination is productive 73% of the time. The actual rate of productive outcomes from that extended rumination? Less than 5%. Your brain is lying to you about how useful this process is. You think you're working on something, but you're just suffering in circles. The second lie is that the worst-case scenario is the most likely scenario. Your brain has a negativity bias. It evolved to prioritize threats over opportunities because missing a threat got your ancestors killed, while missing an opportunity just meant a slightly worse day. So your brain is hardwired to find danger. And when real danger doesn't exist, it manufactures it. You're waiting for test results. Your brain doesn't say, "It's probably fine." It goes immediately to the worst possible outcome and starts building a case for why it's inevitable. You have a difficult conversation coming up. Your brain doesn't prepare you for a productive discussion. It simulates catastrophic failure in vivid detail. You sent a message and got no reply. Your brain doesn't say, "They're busy." It constructs an entire narrative of rejection and abandonment. Here is the dark truth. Your brain is a worst-case scenario machine that has never once accurately predicted the specific disaster it fixated on. The things you spent months terrified about either never happened or happened completely differently. Every disaster it invented kept you hypervigilant, and hypervigilance kept your ancestors alive. Now it's just destroying you. A third lie is the most insidious. If you stop worrying about something, you're being irresponsible. Overthinkers feel guilty when they're not anxious. The moment they feel calm, their brain whispers, "You're forgetting something important." Peace feels dangerous because their brain has convinced them that worry equals care. If you care about the outcome, you'll think about it constantly. If you stop thinking about it, you must not care. This is psychological blackmail from your own mind. This keeps overthinkers locked in a torture loop. They can't enjoy good moments because their brain tells them relaxing means something bad is being ignored. They can't sleep because their brain tells them that's when threats go unmonitored. They can't be present in their actual life because their brain keeps dragging them into imaginary futures filled with problems that do and exist yet and might never exist. The fourth lie destroys relationships silently and completely. Your brain takes ambiguous situations and fills the gaps with negative assumptions. A friend seems distant. Your brain says they're angry at you. A partner seems distracted. Your brain says they're losing interest. Your boss didn't respond to your email. Your brain says you're getting fired. You're not reading situations. You're projecting your fears onto situations and then reacting to the projection as if it's real. This means overthinkers constantly respond to people based on stories their brain invented rather than reality. You become cold with a friend because your brain told you they were upset with you. They had no idea anything was wrong. Now they're confused by your distance and actually become distant. Your brain's fictional story created the real problem it was afraid of. Overthinking doesn't just predict disasters. It manufactures them. The fifth lie is the one that keeps the whole system running. You are your thoughts. When dark thoughts appear, overthinkers believe those thoughts are revealing something true about them. You think something intrusive, and your brain says, "See? This is who you actually are." You imagine a worst-case scenario, and your brain treats the imagination as evidence of your character or your future. But thoughts are not facts. Thoughts are not your identity. Thoughts are just electrical signals your brain generates constantly, and most of them mean absolutely nothing. Your brain produces thousands of thoughts every day, and the vast majority of them are just noise. Attaching meaning and identity to every thought is like reading the stock market ticker and thinking every fluctuation is a personal message about your worth. The overthinker's brain has confused the map for the territory. The thought about the problem is not the problem. The simulation of the disaster is not the disaster. The imagined rejection is not actual rejection. But your nervous system responds to all three as if they're identical. Your heart rate, your cortisol, your anxiety, these all activate the same way, whether the threat is real or completely fabricated by your brain at 3 in the morning. Here's the darkest part of all. The more you think about your thoughts, the more real they become. Every time you revisit an anxious thought, your brain strengthens the neural pathway associated with it. You're literally training your brain to be better at producing that specific anxiety. Overthinking is self-reinforcing. The more you do it, the stronger the pattern gets, the harder it is to stop, and the more convincing the lies become. The way out isn't to fight your thoughts. Fighting your thoughts is just more thinking. The way out is to observe them without engaging. When the spiral starts, you don't argue with it. You don't analyze it. You don't try to solve it. You just notice it. My brain is doing the thing again. That small act of observation creates distance between you and the thought. You're no longer inside the spiral. You're watching it from the outside. And from the outside, you can see it for what it is. A pattern. A habit. A lie your brain learned to tell. Your brain is not broken. It's overprotective. It learned to lie to you because at some point, the lies felt like protection. They're not protection anymore. They're a prison. Subscribe for more psychology that explains why you are the way you are. And comment below. What lie does your brain tell you most often? Let's expose them together. Thanks for watching.